The bar was empty when she said goodbye. Only one old light was burning in the corner. Rain was falling against the windows, and I could see the sadness in her eyes. She had her coat around her shoulders, her suitcase waiting by the door. I knew that when she walked outside, she wouldn't be mine anymore. We used to come here every Friday night. Same old table, same old neon light. She'd order bourbon, I'd order beer, and we laugh like nothing could disappear. The jukebox played our favorite song. We'd sing together all night long. She put her hand inside of mine and tell me everything would be alright. But lately she stopped talking. She'd stare outside at the rain. I could feel something changing, but I didn't know how to explain. I asked her, baby, what's wrong? She said, nothing, I'm just tired. But the way she looked away told me everything had already expired. The bar was empty when she said goodbye. Rain was falling underneath the neon light. She left her whiskey on the table and walked away without looking back. The bar was empty when she said goodbye. I watched her disappear into the night. I wanted to run outside and stop her, but something told me it was already too late. She told me she had loved me more than I would ever know. But somewhere along the way, our love had lost its home. She said, I remember all the good times, I remember every song. But somewhere between yesterday and tomorrow, I realized I don't belong. I reached across the table, tried to hold her hand. She pulled away so slowly, like she was afraid I'd understand. And I said, we can fix this. She said, maybe we can. I said, I'll change anything. She said, that's not what I want. Her eyes were full of tears, but her voice remained calm. She said, sometimes two people love each other and still can't keep holding on. The bar was empty when she said goodbye. Rain was falling underneath the neon light. She left her whiskey on the table and walked away without looking back. The bar was empty when she said goodbye. I watched her disappear into the night. I wanted to run outside and stop her, but something told me it was already too late. She stood beside the doorway and looked at me one final time. I could see our whole life written inside her eyes. She remembered our first meeting on that cold December night. She remembered how I held her underneath the street light. She remembered all the mornings when we'd wake up side by side. She remembered every promise and every tear we tried to hide. Then she reached into her pocket and handed me a photograph. It was us beside the river before everything went bad. She said, "Keep this with you," and I couldn't say a word, 'cause sometimes silence hurts more than anything you've ever heard. Deep male baritone logo average, layering high the dirt, rain against the windows, warm vintage tube amplifier, slow blues rhythm, long emotion of guitar bend.